Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Haslab Wild Bill. This is number 142 in the line, and there you have him. All right, and as you can see, I'm in a completely different spot because I haven't reviewed this beast back here, but we're going to be getting to it. But we're going to get to this guy. And again, I'm sitting here because I'm going to be reviewing that. So anyway, we'll take a look at this guy. Here's everything that he does have. I guess it's hard to see because, of course, there is a wonderful glare on it. On the side, we have his attributes. We have him sitting right there, holding his 6-shooter. Same as the artwork that we have on the back here. And then on the side here, we have, well, the whole scene for the Dragonfly. We're just going to kind of combine them when we do the other figures that are back there. But we're also going to be reviewing them and comparing them to the original O-ring, because I know you guys love to see the difference, or shall I say how close they are. So anyway, let's get to this, because you know what? I've been waiting for a year and a half for this. I want to get this figure open. I want to see how he is. And hell, then I want to get to unboxing the Dragonfly back there, because I have been waiting. But before we do, if you like this type of stuff, if you like what I've been giving you, like G.I. Joe, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a G.I. Joe Classified or Haslab figures. So let's get to this. All right, so the guy is now out of his plastic prison, and we will take a look at, well, everything that he comes with first, starting with his 6 shooters. Now, I think it's safe to say this is the first time they've used this mold, and it does look pretty cool. It looks like it has a port for blast effects. I mean, it does have a port, but at one angle, I guess it is a little bit deeper than I thought it was. But looking at this, it's actually pretty cool. You get your trigger up here, you get your trigger guard, white handle with a nice little star on it, which totally makes sense. I don't know what that is on the bottom. But again, on the same side, it is straight. It does have some flex to it, but as long as it goes straight again, it doesn't really bother me. Here we have this one. Oops, that one become a little limp. You might need a little blue pill on this one. They were packaged with the tape in them, so you did have to peel them out. So we'll have to straighten that out. It's going to sit in his holster mostly. But either way, let's be honest, they could have used some harder plastic, at least for the Haslabs here. But again, same thing here, white handle, looks pretty good. That does bother me. I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me. Here we have his little knife. All right, and I think this one actually looks pretty good. All right, it is flexible, but it is straight, so it doesn't bother me. It's not super thick. It's not just blunt. Nice little detail right there, and then we have the handle, and you can see the grip on it and everything. So pretty cool there. We got the glasses, and the glasses are a little bit sturdier than what we've had before. I really wish they just mold these things on here. But look at the lenses. Ugh, that is very disappointing. I mean, I can't tell if that's a sticker or paint, but either way, it's not where it's supposed to be. And that is really, really disappointing. I don't want to have to fix stuff like this, especially after we've waited this long. And again, I'm okay with waiting, but it's just little things like this. And before anyone says anything, again, we paid almost $300 after taxes for this. So, but other than that, they're decent. But the fact that it's off a little bit is highly, highly disappointing. All right, so here we have his. Oh wait, first off, we have his hair. All right, which actually looks pretty good. I know people might be like, "Whoa, why would he have, why would you give him a hairpiece? He didn't have it." Well, probably so you can take it off, do different types of shots. The hair does look good, has some wash in it, so it's just not all one piece, and it looks like there's a lot of strands of hair in there. So then we have the first hat. All right, there's his cavalry on it. The paint on that looks pretty good from what I can see. Gold up here with his swords, the strings around it, and then you have the tassels that are in black. This one, we have the hair that's already molded onto it. These are keyed, how it's going to go on. And here we have just a regular hat. All right, exact same details, which is good. This was something I messaged Lenny about, And I know he said a lot of other people did too, because this wasn't originally supposed to come with it. And I said, hey, you know what? It would be cool if you just gave a hat without hair, because a lot of people are going to take pictures with him with hair, and it'd be cool if he could actually be holding the hat, and they wouldn't have to be hiding the hair in any of the pictures. So that's the reason why we got this one. Again, it looks pretty good. The exact same detail in the blue. All right, now we'll take a look at this figure and see how good he is. And just a quick look at him, looks like he is a complete new mold. I mean, all the way down to the cowboy boots. I was trying to see if these cowboy boots are anything. No, these are all brand new. If I'm wrong, then please let me know, and we can have that discussion. All right. Well, you know what? I want to heat this guy up first because we've had a lot of issues with breakage. Not with this I haven't seen, but I just want to be careful. So I am going to heat this figure up. I'm in Michigan. It is in the 40s right now. Yeah, he's been in my house a little bit, but I don't want to risk this. So give me a second to heat this guy up. All right, so I threw in some hot water. Not boiling water, just hot water. Quickly, we'll take a look at his articulation. So he can look up like that, down there. His neck does move back and forth, and he can turn side to side. All right. He's got a wonderful T-pose. Nice bicep swivel, pinless joints there, wrists that are going to move back and forth. Now, I did heat him, obviously, so he is way easier to move around. He is going to have butterfly joints, all right? But this is clearly going to be in the way. You have your ab crunch, so he can move down here. He can look back, but it is going to be kind of difficult just because of the outfit that he has on. He can turn side to side. There is his Jean-Claude Van Damme. He does have some drop-down hips. Be very careful with some of these. Thigh swivel. Double pinless knees. All right. And be very careful when you heat the figures up. All right. No boot cut, but so no apparent boot cut, but it's cut underneath there. A lot of figures that they do this here, they don't do a boot cut. They just do the ankle rockers, and it really affects your posing. All right. But this one here, I don't have a problem because the boot cut's up underneath it. So there he is. Already nice. We're going to throw his hat on him. I'm going to throw his hat with his hair on him. Again, it is keyed, so this thing can just pop on. Ooh, nice and easily. And this guy looks good right away. All right. Now, I wish they would have just molded on the glasses. I don't think there's really a reason not to have them on. There's really no way to keep it on there. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm lying here. Maybe I am absolutely lying. Actually, if you look in the hair, it is kind of lined up. So you can see exactly where the glasses go. And you can kind of pin it right around his ear. So, all right. But I should have popped this off first. So quickly we'll take a look at his eyes. All right. I should pop this off here. But he has nice eyebrows. His eyes look nice and straight. He's got that big handlebar mustache there. Looks like maybe the paint missed a little bit. I feel like I'm being over judgmental about this, but man, we've been waiting a long time for these figures, and they were paid for, and so they definitely missed a little bit on the mustache there. All right, eyebrows look good. I mean, the face sculpt looks awesome. I can't really complain about the face sculpt at all. But once you pop that thing on there, then we throw the glasses on it. And again, we just kind of got to pin them right up there. All right. So they do kind of key in, but not the greatest. I wish they would just mold it on here. I'm okay with never seeing his actual eyes, but for photography reasons. All right, so there you go. You got the hair. We got this nice vest. It's got a pouch right here. I'm assuming this has something to do with the flight gear. It seems kind of weird to have this over the vest, but maybe it has nothing to do with it. But I love the look of this here. This looks like that real, is it vinyl that they use? like on the seat belts. Then you can see the hooks here. All right, here we have his vest. Up top, you got the leather. You got the sheath for his knife here. Here we have the Dragonfly logo that's up here. A couple pouches with, yeah, with zippers. I do think the arm is reused. All right, before someone gets mad at me, here we have the cattle and the star right here on both sides. We got the U.S. flag, again, pouches right there. And the detail on this is really nice. All right, then we get down to his old Western style 6-shooters here, or his holsters. He does have his little emblem right there. So he does have a belt underneath it. So if you do pop this in half, you can just use that. Now this is definitely made to look like flight gear. All right, I'm just kind of pushing this down here. All right. So the detail in the paint on the belt and the holsters is awesome. There's your kind of Brahma bolt. Look, even on the back here, it has a nice little hook. All right, and you can still peg it in, peg a backpack in there if you really need to. All right, and then looking at his flight gear. All right, you got the pouches right there, and then you got the big pants right into the cowboy boots. Now, we're going to load him up here with all the knife in the sheath, and throw the 6-shooters right down here. And let's compare them to this guy here. And so far, I mean, the quick look at them is they are really, really close. So this is my original. This is my original Wild Bill. And the things that you never notice. So he does have what's supposed to be the cavalry symbol up there. He does have the rope and tassels. All right, so the blue hat, I like this Stenson a little bit more than this one, but you do have the divot in the middle there. Very similar looking mustache. He's more of a way more redheaded in this than here, but I'm okay with that. I think that this color glasses work better than the silver, but if you're mad about that, then I'm sorry, that's kind of on you. You get to his vest, he does have the knife right there. You can see he's got the piece up here, except they painted this. And then he obviously has the pouches right over there. All right. So it does have the pouch right there and the little harness. And then on the back, he even has the belt buckle. Look at this. Even the design here on the back, they followed. I think that is absolutely awesome. Now you get down here. He does have the 6-shooters. But he doesn't have a cross draw, which is perfectly fine. I think that would be way more difficult. I even, as a kid, thought that was kind of weird. Again, white handles, but they didn't go green, which I think I'm perfectly fine with, that the gun isn't green. But they recreated the pouches right down at the bottom here. Look at this. There's even a zipper right there. Then he has his brown boot. So all in all, they recreated this. They just gave him better gloves with a little bull on it and the star. But man, it's going to be hard if you want to criticize these two figures. And as I said, there's his bull on here. God, I never realized that he had an actual bull on the O-ring. And he has a bull right there. So they do some really nice details, and a lot of it has to do with, hey, when they come back around, guess what? They're going to do that retro card, and they're going to probably remove some things or just accent things a little bit more. So here he is with the glasses and just a regular hairpiece. And as I mentioned, you're just supposed to plug them in right there. But all in all, this figure is amazing to look at. All right. Now, can I fit this on his head? Well, I mean, he looks kind of crazy right there, but like, you almost didn't even need, like, I feel like this was the original design. They had the hair. They said, oh my God, people are complaining, because I really don't need this, because this thing fits on perfectly fine. And it's the same size and everything. So I can just pop this off Yeah, you don't even really need it other than it's keyed on. But this thing, I mean, you don't have to worry. That thing's not coming off. Matter of fact, I could actually hold them up with it. Here it kind of looks like Bernie Lomax. So if anyone wants to redo Weekend at Bernie's with an action figure, you got it right here. All right. So let's kind of pull this off here. Oh, look, his 6-shooter did fall out. All right. Let's throw his little pew-pews in his hands. This guy's going to go out and shoot some cows, get some beef for the night. Pew, 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 pew. But how well does he stand with these really weird cowboy boots? Hopefully not that bad. Or maybe if you got him stand like that there, and kind of get him throwing this bad boy down. Kind of get him in that walking pose, no problem. I might even be able to get him on 1 foot. Yeah, even on 1 foot, no problem whatsoever. So I don't think we're going to have a big issue getting him into the Dragonfly. I have more of an issue trying to get these glasses to stay on properly. But hey, that's a story for another day. Actually, it's a story for today. All right. So there is your Wild Bill review. Let's wrap this bad boy up. He actually stands really well. All right, so there you have it. That is my review of the Wild Bill from the G.I. Joe Classified Haslab Dragonfly and his comparison to his O-ring, which, gotta say, they did a really good job. The darker greens are better. There's no doubt about it. But, man, when you look at these two, it really is hard to be disappointed in what they, at least what I'm seeing here. I have absolutely no problem with this figure, other than I wish his glasses would have just been molded on. But the glasses are a little bit sturdy. They do key into the side of the head, which is a good thing. But how well are they going to stay on there? Well, that's a whole nother problem that might persist for another day. So anyway, there is your Wild Bill. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Now it's time to get on to that bad boy there, because I got to do like thumbnails for this guy. And I only have one Dragonfly that's open. I think it's too small, but it's probably going to get done with it. But I want to get that thing open. So let me do all kinds of pictures, and then I can eventually get to these other figures. But before we do, you've listened to me ramble on for so long, which is what I do. That's why I have a show called Monday Night Toy Ramblings, where I ramble on for 3+ hours. But before that, if you're on Facebook and you want to join a really, really, really cool Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a punk with toys. Now, before I take off, you like Classified, you've liked what I've had to say, take a second, hit that like button. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a G.I. Joe, a Haslab, or something like that. It is adjacent to G.I. Joe, because G.I. Joe is a lot of fun. Up here, what I'm going to do, though, don't go anywhere. Please stick around. This will be my Nemesis Immortal video. And down here will be the playlist of all the G.I. Joe figures that I've done.